friend. In today's video, I want to share how being homeless improved my life. So that's not an easy topic for me because I was homeless several times and I learned so many things while being homeless that I don't even know where to start. But I don't want to overthink it, so I try to share my main lesson. And if you have some content ideas around this topic or some questions, or if you are struggling at the moment, feel free to write me a comment, or you also can write me an email if you like. You find it in the channel description. Maybe I put it under the video also. So for me, it's not a big deal anymore. And sometimes I have a hard time to find the most value or a value for other people in it, because like I said, for me it's like a normal thing. I lost every fear of being homeless. Sometimes, like the past months, I was thinking about it again because I was in a difficult situation and I was facing homelessness again, and there was a part of me which was scared and I experienced some fear. But I can let go of it very, very quickly because I know there is nothing to fear. I know from my own experience, sometimes we create a lot of pain and suffering for ourselves by holding on to people, places, and things. And sometimes these people, places, and things, they are not serving us. But we are afraid of the unknown. We are afraid of change, and we think we need this place. We think we need these things. We think we need these people. But sometimes it's quite the opposite. Because what I also learned is sometimes we get not what we want, but we always get what we need. And it's really helpful to remind yourself of this, because to don't identify too much with the loss you have or the loss you experience or the loss you are maybe about to experience, because you never know what's waiting for you. You can end up in a much better place than you were before. But it's our monkey mind, it's our ego. We as a human being, we like to stay in our comfort zone. Our ego doesn't like change, even if it's for something better. It feels scary. So, like I said, it helped me a lot to face my fears and to learn there is always something good waiting for us. And we are blocking our experiences, our good experiences, by holding on to fear and scarcity. And I always met amazing people, really people who helped me out from whatever situation. And for me, it was the case. I always found myself at a better place, not at the exact moment. I was always struggling for some time, but the more I was open to the situation and the more I tried to see the positive thing, or I searched the positive things, the positive lessons about it, and the more synchronicities were happening and the more nice people I met. So what I also want to share is, like I said, we create our own pain and suffering many times, and we work so hard, we try so hard sometimes to hold on to this status quo we currently experience. When before I started to travel the world in 2017, I had the most amazing place for my own, like a 16-acre property with a nice home, with spring water. I was on a daily basis. I could drink spring water. I had forests, and it was beautiful. I had a lot of toys. I had some some nice cars, which I really loved, and I had everything. I could I could do there whatever I wanted. But I had really high bills to pay to pay all this stuff, the payments for my cars, the insurance, they were all paid off, but the insurance for my cars, um, the heating, I had a lot of heating costs in my house. It was in the Alps, in the mountains, a little bit. It was really cold, and electricity bill and all that stuff, and my rent. I had to pay like $2,000 every month just for my insurance and for my rent costs and stuff like that. So I was working my ass off, and I didn't even like my job. That was the biggest problem, and I had a really hard time to let go. And that was really, really hard. But sometimes it's not worth to holding on to all this beautiful stuff, especially if you are not happy with your current job or something. And it feels sometimes like a loss if we hold on to all this stuff, but it feels like a setback if you have to start over again. But imagine a slingshot. Sometimes it's really like a slingshot. You are like the little stone in the slingshot, and you pull back. That's the setback. But there is a lot of energy in a setback. There can be a lot of energy in a setback, and if you let go, the stone goes very, very far, and it can happen to us sometimes. Sometimes a setback is not really a setback. It feels at the moment like this, but it can put us in other dimensions, in much better places. And a really, really important lesson for me is that I learned to let go. I learned to let go of things, people that are not serving for me, that are not serving me. And if life throws something at me, if something happened to me, to my stuff or to anything, I can adapt very quickly now. I'm not afraid, I'm really not afraid to lose stuff. I lost all my stuff so many times. I remember when I sold everything to start traveling 2017, and I had times where all my belongings they were in a backpack. And I love flying. I love going by plane anywhere. And sometimes I lost my backpack. It got lost, or one time it got stolen with all my belongings, everything. My notebook, my clothes, everything. back in the days, I would, or far back in the days, I would freaked out, and I would have a very hard time to get my stuff together again, and I would be scared and angry and sad, everything, overwhelmed, everything at the same time. But like I said, I got really used to it. The last time it happened to me, it was like, okay, finally freedom. Or when I lost my phone or something, it doesn't bother me anymore. I know, okay, I will not waste energy by being angry, sad, or whatever. I just now, and it took me quite a while, of course, but now I can save a lot of my energy, and I can put it into finding a solution. And like I said, that's all training. Hard times make hard people, strong people. And like I said before, it's attachment. We have so many attachments to things, people, places, and whatever. And it's like if we die, we cannot take anything with us, just our experience as a soul, nothing more. And so the main lesson for me, while from being homeless, was the improvement, the biggest improvement which I learned was freedom. I got I got the opportunity to experience true freedom, to be completely free from any material stuff, and to learn the lesson that how it doesn't matter how hard or how difficult the situation seems to be, there is always a way out. There is always a way out, and the more you are open to it, the faster the solution will find you. You don't even have to search a solution. And yeah, some may say, yeah, it's easy for me. I'm young, I don't have kids. But it's the same for everyone. I met so many people, also families with kids, which have lost everything or which have sold everything. And they stepped out into the unknown just with hope to find something better and to find a solution. And they found solutions. And like I said before, sometimes or many times, like myself and the people I met, we found ourselves in much, much better places, which much better people, which respected us for who we are. And it's it can be scary if you are in a difficult situation at the moment, or if you have to face homelessness. But I can promise you, the fear of being homeless is much, much bigger than the experience itself. And you will be surprised. You will be surprised. The universe, God, always takes care of you. And it's just our attachment to people, places, and things, and fear, which is holding us back. We put ourselves in a self-made prison with attachments and also with fear. And we hold the key to our prison cell, but sometimes we don't know it. And if you are willing to face your fears and to let go of your attachments, I promise you, you will experience a sense of freedom you never had before. And you will step out of this situation a lot more stronger, a lot stronger. Because now I know if I want to have back all the things I ever had, I can have it back very quickly because I found better ways to get this stuff. I don't work my ass off anymore in a job that I don't like. I know there are better ways, there are different solutions. And what's meant to be, it's meant to be. And even when I recently was 1 year ago, I was sleeping under a bridge in winter time. It was not so fun. And when I moved in this apartment, it was the same thing. I had no furniture, I had nothing. And I didn't care. But when I had conversations with people and we were talking a little bit, and they asked me what I'm doing or how do I live, and when I shared my story with them, so many people offered me furniture and everything you can imagine. My apartment could be completely full now with very nice stuff, but I don't want it. I said thank you so much. I know I'm always protected. There are always people which are willing to share. But now I'm so detached from material stuff. I live like a monk. I sleep on the ground. I don't even have a bed or a washing machine. And because I love this sense of freedom, because I know I will not stay for a very long time here. And if I want to move on, I move on like very quickly. So, my friends, that's my message for today. Don't hold on to things, places, and stuff which are not serving you. And if you have to face some difficulties, remind yourself you you maybe don't know now what's waiting on the other side, and it can be something really nice. So stay open, trust, and have faith. And yeah, so if you are still here, thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with me. And if you want to support my channel, hit the like button and you could write me a comment. Maybe you could put the word home, just the word home in the comment section. I would truly appreciate it. So thank you again and see you in the next video.